Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. Special Twin Flame Special. Special Twin Flame Special today. Because I've got my love readings, my love readings half price this weekend. So I thought I'd do a Twin Flame Special. And my personal cards I picked out. I got the same card again from that new deck that I've got. Got the Art of Seduction again. The very first reading that I did for myself with this deck, this card came out. It came out yesterday for my personal cards, and it's come out again today. Like that Vessel card came 3 days for me in the other deck. It's bizarre. So welcome everybody. We're going to go into the energies of the day. Like, we have got a lot of love energies going on, so it's perfect timing. It always is. It's always perfect timing for the specials, to go along with the energies that are about in the day. So let's pick some cards out. I'll use this new deck. So my new deck is Oracle, well, one of my new decks, Oracle of Mystical Moments. This one. I'm going to get, this is the deck that keeps on giving me the Art of Seduction card, which is, it's kind of true because I've got a new thing starting, but it's been so slow to start. We almost went to a party together last night. There was a big storm anyway. But it didn't work out because he's got to work today, you know. COVID stopped his business from running for a long time. And yeah, he's just having to take all the work he can. So he's got to work today. He didn't want to be out late. In fact, he didn't want to go out at all last night. But his boss, one of his bosses anyway, his boss at the gym where I was working at, was trying to get us together too, so he's on it. Hey, AP! Now you're on my computer. I am. I'm good today. I'm a bit tired because an almighty storm hit us last night. Like, really, it overhead hit us. And first of all, the first I knew of it was the cat was at the door trying to get in. But then it rained so heavy, like so heavy. It's so heavy. It's wet like my windows inside of the balcony. So you might be able to see out there. It's wet on the balcony, even though it's undercover. I can't see you. I can see you on there. I can see you on the computer, IP. And then the lightning started striking right above it, striking the hill here. And so that was a little bit crazy. So I was awake for a few hours. Then I was hungry because I'm losing weight at the moment because I'm working out so much. So, yeah, I was awake for a few hours, so I'm a bit tired. I'm actually going to take a break tomorrow. It's Songkran. We're having Songkran in Lu. So Songkran is the Thai New Year. We didn't get to have it this time because of COVID. It's a big water festival. So we're having it. It's tomorrow, which means it's New Year's Eve today in Lu. So there's a big pool party today, so I'm not going to do Psychic Cafe in the morning. I'm going to go to that. And even if that gets washed out with storms and stuff, I'm just going to sleep in anyway. I need to catch up on my sleep. I actually had a nap yesterday afternoon. So nice. I never nap, but yay. But I did. I napped. It's just interesting because the card that just came out then, I napped because I worked and then I went by the pool and I lay in the sun for a while. Didn't nap in the sun. But I went to the pool, lay in the sun for a while, and then when I came in it was like feeling a little bit cold in here because of the aircon. So I was laying on my bed, I don't know what I was doing, playing on my iPad maybe, and decided to get under the covers. No, I was catching up on YouTube videos. Watching them, and then I don't know how much longer later it was, but I woke up. So I had a nap. We've got Sleeping Beauty's Dream today, out of this deck. Sleeping Beauty's Dream. After me talking about napping and stuff like that. How fun is that? Who else have we got on today? Has everyone been silent? Oh, all new people. So what I do, everybody, is I pick out cards for the day. quite lots of new decks. So I'm reading out the books as well, getting to know the cards. And go deep into the daily read with my usual cards that you all love. And then I stick around because I give mini readings for everybody. So feel free to chat. It's a twin flame special, so I'm guessing that every card is going to have something to do with twin flames, because I've got a half price reading sale going on this weekend. It's on my love readings. So Sleeping Beauty's Dream, it's card number 3. 3 is a crowd. 3 is a crowd. Sleeping Beauty's Dream, soul journey, power of imagination, inner strength. We all know the story of Sleeping Beauty, who got prickled by a spindle and fell into a deep sleep. This card shows Sleeping Beauty asleep. Her hair thick, like thorns surrounding a castle. Imagine if your soul could wander while you sleep. What places and people would it visit? Envision what kind of journey you could have. Your soul's not tied to a certain place. It is able to tear down walls and scale a hedge of thorns. Like the bird Sleeping Beauty gently holds in her hand, your soul is ready to be freed and soar all the places in your dreams. Hey Tara. Hey Sue. Hey Mary. How is everybody today? Can't speak apparently. And now what I'm picking up for that, with regards to twin flames, is that you can actually, and you join them. Whether you've met them or not, you join them in your sleep. You get together with them in the 5D. And haven't you had dreams like that? Have you ever woken up from a dream when you're sharing somebody's dream, and especially with a romantic partner or somebody you've got your eye on, and you actually share those dreams? They can be really hot sometimes as well. And so this is saying to me that if you're not in a relationship, if you want to be in a relationship, if you want to be with your twin flame, you can actually set an intention to be there, to be with them in the 5D, in your dream state. Interesting. I know I'm connecting with mine. I don't know if it's my twin flame. Hey, Donna. Mary's good. That's good. Donna, look what card I got out. Did you see? Again, my personal cards. The Art of Seduction came out again. I shuffled it for ages. And I got the Art of Seduction again. So maybe I've got to pay attention to that today. Hey Arlene. Yeah, so we can connect with our twin flames in our dream state. So set the intention. Say, you want to meet up with your twin flame in your dream state. Why not? And then see what kind of dreams you have. Good day here. I have relaxed in the hammock, reading and journaling. Oh, nice. Nice. So I've got to seduce him, Donna, and everybody else. So for anyone that doesn't know, I've got this romance starting 2 years ago. Is when we first met. Very attracted to each other. But we haven't got together yet. And even his boss, my friend, our friend, who's opened the new gym, which is where I'm going every day now to play with them too, is trying to get us together now. But he's serious about me, right? And so he's taking it seriously. They do the Thai, his Thai. They're very old school. They're very respectful. They do things properly. And if he's not ready, and even if he is ready, he's going to take it very slowly, because that's just the way they are. You think you already met your twin flame 3 years ago, Mary? Oh, tell us about that. Let's get a tarot card out. This is the Light Seers deck. It's new. This one's 2 days old. Let's get a card out for today. And I'll use the Muse Tarot as well because I love it. And I'll also get a card out of the, what's it called? Wild Unknown Archetypes deck as well, I think, for today. Let's get all the information we can on this twin flame stuff. I don't know whether mine's my twin flame. I know that we're very similar to each other. Like, we're both overworked. We're both Taurus. We're both overworked. We're both heavily into Muay Thai. We've got similar personalities, but we do seem to mirror each other, like, as in kind of opposites. So pretty much every year I'll take like 2 or 3 months off drinking. He seems to do the same thing as well, but it doesn't coincide with mine. And so whenever we've been hanging out at fight nights generally, if I'm drinking, he's not drinking. If he's drinking, I'm not drinking, and that has caused some problems. Hey Eva. Hey Sue. You've grown so much from the relationship. Oh, nice. Oh, no. I didn't say hey, Sarah. I said hey, Sue. I woke Siri up. Hey, Robin. Anyway, let's get a card out. So, yeah, we do tend to zig and zag. He's asked me out a few times, and it's when I've been busy. Let me just get rid of Siri. It's when I've been busy. I've asked him. He's busy. I've had the guidance to make space. I said that in the daily read. I've had the guidance to make space in my life for it. If I want a romantic relationship, I've got to make space for it, right? We know that. And so I've been doing that. Him, not so much yet. Or maybe he has. But we're zigging and zagging. Anyway. I've made space now and I'm determined to say yes next time he asks me. He's a homebody too. He doesn't go out much. So, that's my story. What's your story? I thought forever John was my twin flame and our soulmate, and still think he is. But his addictions are our demise. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I thought Boo was as well, but he's not. There's a very strong connection there, and you know, we will have a lot of soulmates, as I keep on saying. If you're an old soul, you've had many lifetimes, there's many soulmates. When we meet people we've had lifetimes with before, there's a very strong bond there, but it's not, like these dysfunctional ones, they're not twin flames, they're not soulmates that we should be with, but there's still that strong bond there. Not good. Yeah, addicts. Oh my God, it's just terrible. And mine is off the island at the moment because we broke up again 2 months ago. They both know each other. Everyone knows each other on the island. But he's off the island. But I just heard yesterday he's coming back in a few days. He's coming back at the end of the month. So I was hoping he's going to be away for longer, for a few months. Because it's just so emotional having to break free of him. Yeah. So hard. Come on, cards. What's going on? Okay. Oh, we've got traffic lights. We've got traffic lights. Oops. Okay, so we've got the Three of Pentacles here. And it looks like traffic lights to me. It's not, it's a tapestry, but it looks like traffic lights. They're kind of knitting it. I don't know, what are they doing? The Three of Pentacles. It's like they're knitting it. Let me read what it says about this card. Hey, Belinda. I'm so sleepy this morning. That storm is crazy. So I wonder what happened in the festival. So it's big celebrations. It's Thai New Year's Eve today. There was a big party last night, and which I didn't go to. But the storm hit, so it wouldn't have been very good. Today there's a big pool party. It's New Year, Thai New Year in lieu, because we couldn't have it because of COVID. Now we can. Okay, so the Three of Pentacles in this deck. This is the Lightseer deck, by the way. Cooperation, community, teaching and learning. He's my teacher too. Sharing and listening, teamwork. There's no limit to what you can manifest together. Now what I'm picking up from this is working together as a team, teamwork, partners, true partners. Functional relationships are true partners, equals. You both got something to teach each other. You both uplift each other. It's not a draining one. It's not a helper addict relationship. It's not one of those. We've all experienced those, haven't we? That's codependency. It's not good. But there's teamwork here. That's interesting. We have worked together, me and him. I used to manage the Muay Thai stadium, and he worked there a little bit. Now he's working with Sam. We used to work together on fight nights. It was fun. Shadow Seer. So if this was upside down, I don't read reversals, but let's find out what it is. It says difficulty working with others, a need to listen, selfishness, pushing your own agenda, not trusting your partner's ability, ego clash, not trusting your partner's ability. I see this a lot. I see it a lot with my friends, them not trusting their partner at all, thinking that they need to do everything for them. That's the imbalanced relationship. So we've got to make sure of this balance. This is what this is saying to me. There's got to be that balance there. And so I think I mentioned it in the daily read. If I didn't, I said it somewhere in one of the readings here on YouTube. It was in one of the daily reads, and it was about, I think it was today's. It was about if we think that we've met our twin flame, but it's a dysfunctional relationship. It's an imbalanced relationship, or it's got dysfunction about it, then not the twin flame. And those wound mates, as I said, they're very compelling. They feel very strong because it's there for our healing. So we've got a strong compulsion to be with them. If we've got codependency going on, if they've got an addiction going on, we get attracted to each other to heal ourselves. It might feel like a twin flame relationship, but it's not. The true twin flame is going to be an equal partner, working together with something to build. This is really interesting because I did a reading for myself last night about this, in my frustration about mine. Don't know if it's my twin flame, but it certainly is more equal. And in this reading, it was about my ex, because I've still got the strong bond. He's a wound mate, he's an addict. I've still got this strong emotional bond. It's like family to me, it's so strong. And so it's saying about him that the love's there in both of them, but the love is reciprocal in the new one. And it is. He's willing to step up. My ex isn't. My ex can't, because he's an addict. He can't step up. It's not reciprocal. So just watch out for that. So it also says working with others gifts us with the opportunity to learn from one another and to blend energies to create something totally new. How exciting. So this feels like to me that twin flames always have a mission together, something to do together. So it is someone that's going to be an equal partner, and it is someone that's going to be there to teach you something. It's not going to be a codependent relationship. Look for conscious collaborators as mentors, apprentices, or both. That's interesting, isn't it? Because he's teaching me at the moment. And I'm a teacher too of the spiritual stuff, and he's very spiritual as well. Co-creating together for the good of the whole is powerful magic. And this teamwork and community card calls you forth to add your unique essence to the bigger picture. Remember that your relationships are the base of your well-being. Remember that. And it's not, is it, with a codependent relationship and an addict? It's not. I'm telling myself as well as you guys who are in that kind of situation. Remember that your relationships are the base of your well-being, not a drain to it. Oops. If you're having trouble with others, seek to align goals in order to cultivate peaceful unions. Mutually beneficial relationships place equal importance on each person's novel wisdom and way of being in the world, regardless of the relational hierarchy. Everyone has something uniquely enchanting to bring to the table. When life paths are entwined, strive to create harmonic states as you weave your way in and out of one another's days. Welcome people into your heart and open doors of possibility that didn't exist before. This is a very important card that's telling us about twin flame relationships here. Yeah, a lot of learning and healing between us, Mary. Donna says, I feel like John and I have been together for lifetimes and we always find each other. I'm always trying to save him. Yeah, he can never heal himself. It's such a drain. It's such a downward spiral. It sucks you in. And it's not your responsibility, Donna. But yeah, I know. I feel the compulsion of it. Like, I'm not happy that my ex is coming back to the island. I'm not ready for it. I obviously am. I did the weekly reads with the people that are in the weekly read program. And I do mine as well. I did them yesterday. And my week is all about detaching from the old. So it's me that's delaying it. What did I say? What do I keep on saying? If you're waiting on someone, really you're waiting on yourself. So there we go. Mutually beneficial relationships place equal importance on each person's novel wisdom and way of being in the world, regardless of the relational hierarchy. Twin flames working together. Twin flames adding something to the world. I'm going to get Muse Tarot out now. With all the cards this time. Some were on the table last time. I'm going to move this one aside. I also got the Fool card out in my personal cards today, so I'm embarking on a new journey. I am. Could everyone click like on this video, please? While you're waiting, while I'm shuffling. If you like it. Coffee. So yeah, let's get a Muse. So what's the Muse got to tell us about twin flame relationships? They seem like very important relationships with something to build together. And we've got to recognize them as being these mutual teachers, is what I was getting from that card. I didn't know that that was the Three of Pentacles, but there you go. There it is. Oh. We've got another three. Three of Emotions this time, the Three of Cups. I haven't had this card out before. Very watery. She's holding the moon in her hand and she's got three heads. Pouring out of a cup there. I'll put it there and then I'll read it out from the book. Okay, so what's the Three of Cups got to do with twin flames? Three of Emotions. Keywords: friendship and joy. Celebrations, collaboration. Looking to your soul family for support. Soul family. Spirit siblings. Who'd have thought it, eh? Connected hearts. Deep friendships. Maiden, mother, crone connections. Sometimes a love triangle. Nah, not a love triangle. Not with twin flames. Although I guess, yeah. If we're attached to an old one that we think is a twin flame, if we've still got that attachment, there is a love triangle going on, even if you haven't met your twin flame yet. Holding on to someone else means that there's a love triangle going on if you're trying to bring in your twin flame. A soul collection. The Three of Emotions is the living, breathing entanglement of deep friendships and love connections. The beginner's three beautiful muses. One a maiden, one a mother, and one a crone. Okay, that's who they are. One a maiden, one a mother, and one a crone. Oh, they all look young to me. They're all the same person. They're all young. Anyway. And they had the most delightful of kinships, as unusual as it was divine. They spent their days sharing from the deepest parts of their spirit, truth, honesty, vulnerability. Their ties ran so deep, in fact, that they knew they were part of the same soul family. And over time they began to look and feel like one another. They had similar mannerisms and laughter and shared ways of seeing the universe. Eventually their souls began to link and entwine, and they forever changed one another's essence, as all deep friendships do. They invite you to fill your cup from their outpouring of love, and to connect with your circle and with those you choose to welcome into your heart as family. I love our three hearts of essence and bubbly things, like the strings of past, present, and future tied to this soul family, because I know you. Yeah, there's a deep knowing with twin flames, right? Interesting. Entanglement of deep friendships. So something that starts off as a friendship. Maybe that's why it's so slow to start. Mine. He wants it to start as a friendship. He said that to me. But it's kind of difficult when you're both so attracted to each other right from the start. But, yeah. So yeah, a very deep relationship is what I'm getting from this card. But I also am getting that 3 from it as well. I'm really picking up this, like I rejected it at first, but then I realised that that's a situation I'm in. I'm having to let go of my ex to be with him. And I got back together with my ex because of him, because I told my ex, because we was kind of seeing each other still, on and off, on and off, on and off. And so I went to see him and I told him, look, I really like Korat, I'm going to be with Korat. And he's like, he didn't want me to. He tried to convince me that I didn't want to have a relationship with somebody. You'd like to meet your twin flame, Belinda? Yeah. Do it in your dreams then, Belinda, first. But this speaks deeply to me about we've got to let go. We've got to let go to let them in. Whether you've met them before or not, got to let go of the exes in order to let them in. Of these deep soul connections that we've had. And it makes sense, right? If you've got a twin flame coming in, it makes sense that we've had those deeper relationships already. Those soul connection relationships, we've had them, we've experienced them already. Not twin flame relationships, but deep soul family relationships. Because how would you be ready for a twin flame relationship if you hadn't experienced that, if you hadn't had that kind of experience before? You wouldn't. But we've got to let go somehow. I know that's what I've got to do. I mean, we live on a small island. I know I've got to let go. We've got to somehow redefine this, because I've never been with my ex and not been with him. Been with him, you know. I stay away from him. He stays away from me. I've had other boyfriends. But we just stay away from each other when he never has another girlfriend. But so we know how to avoid each other, but we can't do that. We live on a small island. They know each other. I've got 2. My ex has known my new one since he was a kid. Can letting go be given forgiveness for past hurts? Yes, Tara, it can. Okay, we've got Kairos. What was Kairos? I've had this card before, but I can't remember what it is. Kairos. And I was talking about the reptilian, fearful part of the brain, but I can't remember what that card is. We've also got the Father too. Wow, interesting, because none of the guys are on today. Hey, have we got any men in here? I don't think we have today. Not interested in twin flames. But we've got the Father card out here. The Father. It's, important energy. For all of us females looking for our male counterpart, our male twin flame. The father energy. I've always thought, you know, mine is a father, he's got 3 kids. I've got 3 kids too, fancy that. But he has got that father energy, he's a responsible person, and he's a man's man kind of thing. Stick that there. The father. And I've always thought that I've always known that I'm going to have another baby in older age, a daughter. It's come up over and over again for me. When I first heard about that whole thing, a friend of mine at school, when I was, 12, 13 years old, a friend of mine, I can't remember how it went, but they ended up in one of those situations where she's got a little baby auntie, yeah? And so her mum, no, somebody, it's so confusing. Somebody had a baby, and that later on in life, and that the babies had already had babies, and so a grandma having a baby makes that baby be an aunt or an uncle to older. You know what I mean, right? Anyway, I always knew. Well, like when she first explained that to me and I was getting my head around it, I always knew that that was going to be me, that I was going to be in one of those situations. It was, yeah, so there we go. So we're also looking for this solid father energy. If you didn't know it. Father vibe, the responsible one, not irresponsible one, not addict. Oh, stop it, cards. I'm going to move that one out of the way because I really feel that that Kairos card isn't the one. Okay, let's get some more cards out about this. We weirdly got the mother and father card in the same reading. Oh, wow. Maybe you got some more to have, Donna. I'm going through menopause. So I have to hurry up if it's going to happen. But that's when it happens, right? That's when it happens, when we're going through menopause. I know other women that have had them going through menopause and got pregnant because we think that we can't get pregnant anymore, so we're blasé about it. We've got to get what I want and release guilt. So this is about that the threesome thing, the triangle, the love triangle. We've got to release. We've got to release. In order to get what we want, in order to get the twin flame relationship, we've got to release. And releasing guilt for not being able to have the relationship with the ones that we've tried to have the relationships with. As I said, that it makes sense, doesn't it? That we've experienced these deep soul connections with other people in order to get ready for a twin flame relationship. Can drawing a father card relate to a girl not having a father's love growing up? That could be a big block to it, right? But that would have you seeking that fatherly love, wouldn't it? Have you done that, Mary? Have you sought it in romantic relationships? Have you been going for like older men, a father figure kind of thing? Releasing guilt. Releasing guilt for not being able to make those past relationships be the twin flame. Oh, how we try. When we are a part, half of a twin flame, so we know, we've got that inner recognition that it's going to happen in our lifetimes. We can project it onto all kinds of people, right? We meet them, we feel that strong soul connection. We think they must be our twin flame. And then they're not. And then we feel guilty that we didn't make it work. Transforming at the moment with regards to this, though, our desires have been heard. It's like the universe is trying to get us ready for it, trying to steer us toward the twin flame, trying to transform us to be ready for it. Not older man. But when we go through things like that, Mary, experiences like that, we do it for a reason. This is what I know from my readings, because I've done a lot of readings, especially breakthrough sessions with people, where love not received in childhood, we choose our parents, right? And we choose it for the issues they're going to give us a lot of the time on a soul level, because we're here to do something with that. We want to experience an issue, and that experiencing that issue gives us a deeper wish in the world and in our lives to experience something, and then we go through our lives, and then it becomes part of our soul mission kind of thing. And so yours could be that, Mary. That could be very important to you, the Father card, because like in all likelihood, Mary, you really, really want to have like a really positive father role, partner with a, that's got that, the best fathering, loving, especially masculine love within that relationship. And so no doubt that is an important part of your story, Mary. So we're transforming. We have been heard what it is that we want, and we're being transformed so that we can let it go, let it come in. We've got self-love as well. Self-love and going well. It is going well. This path to them is going well. Self-love is the key to it, right? So how much has self-love been coming up in my readings in the last 6 months? So much. It's all based on that. We've got to love ourselves first. We've got to love ourselves first. And so that is part of this twin flame path, the self-love thing. Because unless we're loving ourselves to a really high level, we can't attract that relationship that's going to be someone that loves us to a really high level. That really, if we're not really respecting ourselves, we're not going to attract someone that's got really respecting us. If we're not really loving ourselves, we're not going to attract someone that's not really loving us too. We've got to raise up, And I had that false twin flame come into my life, but not really. And that raised me up. That got me to train Muay Thai at a much higher level. It got me to lose the weight. It got me to raise my game in my business and everything, because he was all of that. And then through that, I'm ending up, training with Korat. And that false twin flame left my life. It's things like that. We're getting prepared for it, and it's all about self-love. I was holding myself back because I thought I was already outshining everybody. But then, I meet this guy, and he's like the mix. He's the right mix of it, He's got high standards for himself physically as well. And spiritually too, so it's interesting. Robin, been working hard on self-love for the past couple of years. Yeah, me too. Past couple of years, even longer than that. Mine's been like 4 or 5 years, the self-love journey. In earnest. When I realized, did I tell you all that story? It was when I was doing the book, Pam Grout's E² book. I think it had only just come out, and I was doing the having fun doing the experiments in that book, and I was so it's like manifestational experiments, if you don't know that book, Pam Grout's E², E2, and all the experiments were working. So each experiment that you do, manifestational experiment that you do, it lasts like 2 days. And then you get the results of each one that you do. And it was only when I got to one experiment, which was, it asked for something for a reason. Anyway, I ended up asking for signs that I was loved. Or for something in particular as a sign that I was loved. And I didn't get it. And it really hit me hard. It really hit me hard. And I broke down, and it was just terrible. And that's when I realized that the lack of my family's love was still having a huge impact in me. So much so that I couldn't even manifest that thing. I couldn't even manifest a sign that I was loved. It was like a big smack in the face. Okay, I've got to learn self-love now. And of course, Louise Hay, right? She's the teacher of it. Isn't it bizarre, She chose a name like mine. And people are always going on about her to me. And I haven't really been that bothered with her work just because her name is similar to mine. Or she actually changed her name by deed poll. She was called Vera Lundgren, really. But there's always that. There's always been that there, and she always talks about self-love, right? But I never got it. And then it was when I came across Christopher Witecki. He's actually doing a self-love program right now. Christopher Witecki, which was through the Leo King. So I was already following the Leo King. He mentioned Christopher Witecki. I didn't pick up on it, but my friend did. She said, wow, have you checked this guy out? It's really interesting. Checked it out, and then he was doing this 40 days of self-love thing, which he's doing right now. And I did that, and it taught me a lot. And then, yeah, I think that was about 5 years ago. Maybe longer. So yeah, it's been a big part. But it's been a long journey for me, the self-love one. Eva, same here, about 3 years of learning what self-love really meant. Because when you haven't received love, this is what I learned. When you haven't received the love, or the love to the level that you need it as the soul that you are. Some people seem to do okay with very little love. But we're deep souls, right? We needed like more love than that when we were kids. And when you've not experienced that, you don't know how to tap into it. You don't have that reserve inside of you. You don't know what it feels like, because you've not been loved to that level. And so then when someone says, well, love yourself first, it's like, well, what does that even feel like? What does that even mean? Because I've not experienced it. And so through psychiatry, I think, or psychotherapy, through some teaching like that, I learned that if we haven't experienced something, we can't tap into that feeling. If you haven't experienced it, especially in childhood, when your emotional range is kind of set up within you, you can't reach for the feeling that you haven't had before. So then we have to learn. We have to learn it. It's like we have to teach ourselves. We have to grow up again, right? Which is why I in that self-love thing, it's about the little person that lives inside of your heart, that kid that was damaged all of those years ago. You've got to tap into them again and get them to grow up emotionally by loving them. So, yeah. Love the 40 days of self-love. I'm on year 3, current program. Awesome. Yeah, his stuff is great, isn't it? Yeah. Not expecting a twin flame anytime soon, but no relationships out there, yeah. So that's, yeah, that path, that self-love path. We've got patience. Patience card and abundance too. This, this is the other thing that I realized this morning. So mine, if he's my twin flame, I don't know. He's not in good financial situations at the moment because of COVID. Now, I'm in a good financial situation at the moment. And I remember back when I was actually working on the door at fight night, needing the money that I was earning for that, which was tiny, like a tiny amount, but needing that money from it because I was in such financial hardship at the time. And him showing up, and he wanted me to pick something out of his pocket. He wanted me to touch something in his pocket. So I put my hand in his jeans pocket. And anyway, there was a wad of cash there, so I took it out and I put it in my pocket. And yeah, he had money then, so we do that. But what I'm getting from this is when twin flames come together, there's something to grow together, but the abundance situation sorts itself out. You need to have patience with it, but then, because as I keep on saying, grace, abundance and love, they're all the same. They're all the same, really. There's no difference. Once you get deep into those energies, there's no difference. It's all like source energy, all three of them. And so they're deeply connected. And so when you get the love bit right, the abundance is right too. The abundance comes in. Interesting to see growth by reading last year's journaling, this year's journaling for the 40 days of self-love. Awesome. I only did it that one time. I did try and do it once again, but I wasn't jiving with it then. I think I'd moved on from that and kind of with my own guidance, carried on the path of self-love. So yeah. But yeah, it's a great program. So if you have never done that, if you haven't heard of Christopher Witecki, check his stuff out. It's great. Namaste Today, Serious Joy, Sirius Joy, is the name of all his stuff. He's kind of the cliche man. He speaks in riddles and cliches. He coins everything, which makes it kind of confusing. Has anyone else noticed that? It's got a nickname for everything, so that each sentence has got so many things that is coined in it that it's just like, what the hell is he talking about? It's like he's got his own words for everything. It's got that showman kind of thing, but that particular thing that he does, it just isn't too much. Like if he cut back on that so that it could be a little bit more understandable. That's what I've noticed about him anyway. So yeah, patience and abundance. Abundance is going to come in. It's going to sort itself out. It's going to raise up when you're with your twin flame, when you're in the right relationship for you. If you're not going to be in a twin flame relationship, but I'm really feeling like these twin flame relationships have got something to do. We've got something to do together. It's that partnership thing that this card was telling us about. The traffic lights. What are they doing? He's looking down, she's looking up, touching it, and the one on the floor is knitting it. 3 people working together on something. He seems quite happy about it. Namaste Today Facebook group is where I found the readings. Yeah, isn't it amazing too? So yeah, he's got this group, Namaste Today, and he allows us to share what we're doing in there as well, which is really nice because a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people they don't want anyone to advertise on their page or in their group, and they'll actually block you and cut you out, and it's weird. First time that happened to me actually was Doreen Virtue. She banned me from her page for helping people. I was answering people's questions on there. And she wasn't. And she banned me from her page. And I'm like, how is that love and light when someone's helping? It's a very strange energy, but yeah, Christopher doesn't do that, which is really nice. Because it makes you wonder, doesn't it, when people do that? Doesn't it make you wonder? If they're a light worker and then they're like, nah, don't help people, don't put your stuff on my page. It makes me wonder about them. It's like, well, are you really a light worker if you're not into sharing? Yeah. Kim, I only done the 40 days once as well, but I'm not much of a journaler. I'm a sporadic journaler. I do it sometimes. But yes, Christopher's knowledge is a godsend. Yeah, he's great. And that's his best stuff. That self-love stuff to me is his best stuff. He could just focus on that and teach everybody in the world how to love themselves. That's where so you're all coming from Namaste Today. How cool. Yeah. It is good, isn't it? Yeah, it's a very open group. If you haven't found it yet, people, go and find it. If you haven't come from there. But yeah, I love it. But last night I put my weekly reads on there, and I'm giving people the links to it, but I've blown it. Facebook has blocked me from answering anyone now with links. It'll block me for a couple of days, or 1 day or 2 days or something. It does make you wonder. Yeah. Yeah. So when Doreen Virtue did that to me, even if it was her people that did that to me, they're a reflection of her energy, right? It made me made me wonder about her. Like, I was never into her stuff anyway. I loved her cards, but I remember I got one of her books one time and it was just nonsense. It was just fluffy nonsense, not helpful at all. But then, my readings are more into the empowerment stuff, and to me, I don't like this fluffy nonsense spirituality, but her cards, I like them. So, who wants a reading? Pop up a message saying me please, and I'll do that for you. Focusing on twin flames today. For you guys and your personal experience with it. Let's see what the cards have to say about you. Or you all. Yeah, to me, Chris could just focus on that 40 days. He almost got a reading with me once, but then he didn't. I would have liked to have done that. Okay. This is where I need to use the iPad to keep up with your requests. Donna, you're up first. You're always up first, you fast typer. Ooh, lush forests. Lurking. Lush forests. Okay, so what about you, Donna? Ooh. Donna, you've got innocent and romance. So this is telling me that your higher self is trying to get you to let go, of course, we know that, but to get yourself, it's like a reset back to your childhood innocent self so that you can enter into a new relationship, not with all the baggage and all the wounds, not as an adult. Getting back to that sweet, innocent childhood, childlike self entering into a relationship. This is one of the things that Thailand has taught me, because the Thais do that. The Thais get into relationships just like that. They're so sweet. They do everything old school. It's slow courtships, and they're so open-hearted. They never lose that. They never have it jaded out of them. They never have it taught out of them. They all seem to, no matter how old they are, they all seem to retain that sweet innocence, and they enter into relationships like that, like the teenagers again. It's so beautiful. That, when you're in that energy, that's when your twin flame is going to come in. So Thailand has taught me that, taken it to another level. But when I got out of my marriage, I kept on going out with 22-year-olds. I was 31. And I kept on going out with 22-year-olds for a few years. And they were teaching me that too. They were so open-hearted. I was divorced, or getting divorced. And they were so open-hearted, and it taught me not to be so jaded, not to be so, baggage kind of thing. Donna, interesting. Arlene, what about you? You love that so much, Donna. It's beautiful. It really is, but it's hard, right? This is why I'm like trying to rush it. And he doesn't want to rush it, not in the slightest. He's in all of this sweet innocence, wanting to be friends first. Arlene, you've got criticism and gratitude. So you've had past relationships, critical relationships, probably parental relationships too, that were hypercritical of you. And you've got the gratitude card out here. So you chose that, and you chose it for a good reason. The criticism thing, to break free of that. And so the partner that your twin flame, your partner, is going to come in when you've got rid of this, the negative side of that, or attracting critical partners. If that makes sense. When you can be grateful for that criticism, because you're going to be taking the opposite of that. This feels like the empowerment thing, like where I've got to now. I used to be very sensitive to criticism, and now I'm not. I talked about this in the daily read today, so it's interesting that it's come up. No, I talked about it in the Taurus weekly read. About not feeding the trolls, not engaging with people that criticize you, or it's the trolls, the people that aren't doing anything decent. Who cares what their opinion is? But my point being, when you're unhealed, you're sensitive to criticism, but when you're healed, you don't care anymore. When criticism comes in, you don't care. It means nothing. And that's what I'm picking up from this, Arlene, is that when you heal yourself, then you're going to be, of the criticism, then you're not going to be sensitive to it anymore, and that's when the positive expression of what you've been through is going to come out, the positive path. You chose it for a reason. Hope that makes sense, Arlene. Lush Forest is next. Hello, Lush Forest. Haven't seen you in here before. Oh. Right. You've got be supportive and lovers, Lush Forest. So, lovers, this is not the twin flame card. This suggests that a relationship that you're in at the moment, or the next one that you're going to be in, is just a lover. It's a lasting relationship, a lover, a short-term relationship, whatever. But it's important. That's why I changed my love readings, the ones that are half price this weekend. I changed them so that it goes into not about your twin flame or your soulmate. It goes into what? There's the link for them, by the way. Half price this weekend. It goes into the next relationship that you're going to be in, because my guide said, look, stop focusing on the twin flame and the soulmate, because people need these lesson relationships. They've got to be on the path there. You can't just jump to it. It's like, I don't know what it's like, but you can't just jump to it. And so you've got a lesson relationship going on at the moment or next. Lush Forest. And it's all about being supportive. So it could be about teaching you how to allow reciprocation in. Maybe you're very supportive to them, they're not supportive to you. That comes up a lot for my clients, because it's come up a lot for me. So I attract people that have got that going on, because I can help teach them not to do that stuff and to open up to reciprocation. So it's about recognizing somebody that wants to invest. There's someone that wants to invest and build something with you, someone that is actually going to put some effort in. It's tricky, $1 million, which is about 50 American. Is that what it works out to, Donna? You'll know. It should be about 50 at the moment, I think. The currencies are all over the place at the moment. I know the Thai currency is all over the place compared to Australian. Anyway, Robin, you've got to be artistic and refocus so you're not so involved in relationships. Right now, it's more about you. So sometimes our relationship path, it takes us into business, or it takes us into our abundance, we've got to get some kind of balance going on to bring them in, and it's not about just that subset of our life that is the romance part of it. Robin, you're refocusing on your coin at the moment, your creativity, being artistic, that kind of thing. To get ready. I had to get ready for mine by focusing on my health, taking it to like a whole new level, like a ridiculous level. I had an audience yesterday when I was training, because I outperform everybody there. I'm fitter and stronger than all of them, and some of them are really young. Like I was training with a girl, Thai girl, yesterday. She's so young, maybe 17, way fitter. So yeah, and I needed that. It's like a part of me. I've always pushed myself hard in sports, but as I said, I backed off from it because I didn't like outshining people. But now I've got this soul family around me now that love it. I just wish the COVID garbage would end so I can leave my house and get back to some normalcy in my life. Never meet anyone in your house, for sure, right? Sucks that you're all still going through that. We're not, thank God. You're in Canada, Lush Forest. Yeah, those love readings, they are good. I enjoy doing them. So that's you, Robin. Kim. Kim isn't. Let me do AP. AP, I'm doing you now. Otherwise, because I forget to look at that once I get into the readings. AP. Right. You've got grace and understanding. So as I've said, grace, love, and abundance, they're all the same energy. When you get into all of them, knowing all of those energies, they're the same thing. So grace, signs, synchronicities, magic, miracles, the flow of all good, luck, all of that. It is the same as abundance. It's the same as love. And you're getting that understanding of that now, AP, that it's all one and the same. And so this is how focusing on abundance, say, can bring in the twin flame or bring in a relationship, because the one and the same energies. You get an understanding of that at the moment, which is critical for your love life. Because when you're letting that love in, you're letting that love in, you're letting the abundance in, you're letting it all in. And so sometimes the path to learning how to let it in is the abundance. It's focusing on abundance. Because that can be what people cut off, you know. It can be the money that you cut off. And there's something deep behind that. It shows that you're cutting off love, because money is love. People love your stuff and love what you're doing and love what you're making. They give their money to you. So, yeah, it's an aspect of love. Anyway, that's what you're learning at the moment. Kim is next. Kim, you're letting go, past relationships, that kind of thing, so that you can open your heart again. Cleansing, letting go of stuff. Soften and open, so you can open your heart again. It's a letting go phase for you. Healing phase. What else can I say about that? Not much, really. You'll know it if you're in that, for sure, Kim. Tara, what about you? What's going on? Tara. Right, you've got feel it and be firmer. So yours is like Tara, yes. This makes sense with what you said before. You're feeling self-love, feeling love. What does it feel like to be loved? You haven't really experienced it yet. And that's the journey that you're on at the moment, is learning how to feel it. To feel love. I've been letting people love me lately. I didn't really let people love me before, now I do here. And it's not what I expected. It's very real. It's very open. I mean, it can be criticism even. People are just themselves with me, and that is loving. I don't know how to describe it. People just being themselves and that being good, and people letting me be myself and just being there no matter what. It's the Thai culture. Wow, it teaches love so good. They love so good, the Thais, in every aspect. Really taking care of each other. It's made it safe enough for me to open up and know what it means to receive love. But it's a very different feeling. It's very real. It's not romance. It's not fluffy hearts and flowers and stuff like that. It's not that. It's very real. I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it. It's hard to describe feelings. But you haven't felt it yet, Tara, and you're headed toward that. Be firmer on that path too, that you want to feel it. You want to feel real love and what it feels like. Because you haven't felt it yet. Isn't it weird? Like, we think that we've got this whole range of feelings, but we have no idea. We have no idea what anyone else feels. And so we have no idea if we've felt something that someone else has felt before. I find it weird. Aries weekly read. No, you're not fluffy. I'm not fluffy. Not in the slightest. Yeah, my readings say how it is. And that's love, right? That's what I was trying to explain. That is love. And some people will get triggered by my readings, right? And they will want the fluffy kind of readings. That's not love. That's the difference. The difference is between conditional love, that's the fluff, conditional love. Unconditional love is very different. The fluffy stuff is conditional love. It's needing things to be a certain way, not being all-encompassing. So interesting. That really resonates. Awesome. Kim, I feel like I've been letting go stage for years. Yeah. Ready for it to be over. I don't think it's going to be over soon, Kim. yeah, it takes a long time. My God, I'm 49. I've been healing my whole life, and it's only the last year or two. And I'm still letting go of stuff now. It never ends. Sue. Sue's up next. What have you got going on? Oh, yeah, you got the criticism thing as well. Release guilt. So what I was just saying then about the unconditional love thing, that being the path. Self-love and unconditional love is the path to it. Being sensitive to criticism shows that you're in the conditional love state still. Unhealed, triggered by things, needing it to be conditional. And yours is connected, Sue, to guilt. This is like maybe religious guilt. I don't know why I picked up on that, religious guilt, but criticism. Maybe you've got a voice inside of your head criticizing yourself for not being good according to some religion that you're taught, which have all been man-made. Anyway, you're sensitive to criticism because of that. That needs to be healed. Healing from religions, oh my God. Someone needs to do that. Like, someone needs to set themselves up as that. The healer that helps people to heal from religions. And the damage that religions do. Leah, not Lisa. Leah Booths. I used to work in a supermarket called Booths when I was a teenager. Leah, what have you got going on? Yeah, you know how I was talking before, Leah, about abundance and love being the same energy, and sometimes we've got to go down the abundance route to realize how we're not letting love in. That's what you've got. You've got face the situation and fear of lack. So abundance is messing up for you right now, probably, or maybe has been for a while. And it's a clear window of opportunity, a clear window for you to see how it is that you're blocking love. Don't want to receive it. It's not okay for me to receive love, that kind of thing. So your fear of lack is showing you the way to let love in at the moment. When you figure that one out, your relationship path will unfold. That's my biggest issue with John, his unwavering religious beliefs. Yeah, heavy. It's good for some people, right, though. Some people are at a certain level where religious beliefs, it actually helps them. Right. That was you, Leah. Eva. Eva. Oh, wow. The whole shebang for you. You've got forgive them and doubt cancels abundance. So you've got both of those things going on. You've got clearing past relationships and forgiveness to go on, so you can get to that innocence. You've got doubt cancels abundance, so the abundance path is showing you how you're not letting love in too. You got a tricky one. Yeah, letting go and abundance, showing you the way to let love in too. When you figure out how to let abundance in, you figure out how to let love in. That's what you've been feeling, Leah. There you go. That's what your higher self says. You're welcome, everybody. Did I do everybody? I think I did. You're welcome, everybody. I wonder where I'm at. I'm going to ask for my cards now. Asking the same question, where am I at? I've got to talk to someone and go for it. Oh my God. I am trying. It's hard. His English isn't great. My Thai isn't great. I've got an app on my phone now so we can actually converse with each other. But when we're together, we have to talk through our eyes and stuff like that. And then it's only when I get home that we can actually converse properly with each other, because I can use the translation thing. got a voice translator app now on my phone so that we can use that when we're together. That's funny. Talk to someone and go for it is what I've got. Oh my God. See, everyone else has got like... I thought I was going to get something like you guys, and I'm not. I've got to go for it. Yeah, like the seduction card. Exactly. That's exactly what I was just thinking as I saw your message then, Tara. The art of seduction. Oh my God, we've just got to get it together. What the hell? Damn it. Damn it. Anyway, I will let you know. I'm not going to be on tomorrow. I'm going to take the day off. I'm not going to do Psychic Cafe in the morning. I don't know. I might go to that party. I might just lay in tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, if anyone's interested in one of those half-price love readings, if you want to know what's going on in your love life in more detail than I just went into there, and what's going on in theirs, your next partner, that is, and what that's all about, get one of those. Here's the link for it. Yeah, and check out your weekly reads as well. They're all up on my website. Oh, not on my website. On my YouTube channel. And if you could all click like on my videos and everything, that really helps my YouTube channel grow. Helps YouTube show people the videos are actually there. And if you can share it with your friends, if you've got any friends that would get benefit from my stuff as well, it would be great if you could share it with them too. Invite people along to Psychic Cafe. I'll be here in 2, not tomorrow, but the one after that. I'll be here. And it's usually every day. Just feel like taking a day off every now and then. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming along. Have a great day, night. And I will keep you all updated on the ongoing love saga in my life. Bye.